Hi, welcome to Learning Monkey. I am Vikram. In this class, we'll try to understand pointer arithmetic in C. The concept of pointers and arrays has already been covered in our previous video. There we have discussed these 4 lines of code, and this example has been clearly explained in our previous video. So for continuation, to understand that this video is the continuation video of that video, so we have taken this example again. So this example we have already explained. So the array will get created and the pointer can be a pointer can point to the address of an array also. So this understanding we had in our previous video. So what we want to know is we want to access the other elements of the array also. In order to access the other elements of an array, we should know that C programming language allows pointer arithmetic, means some arithmetic operations can be done by using pointers. Some arithmetics are allowed on pointer variables. So what are those arithmetics and how they are done, and what is the effect of that arithmetics, that we will try to understand. C supports some arithmetic operations on pointers. On pointer variables we can do some arithmetic operation. What kind of operations are they? Adding or subtracting an integer from a pointer. From the pointer we can add, to the pointer we can add, or we can subtract from the pointer. So it is possible with the pointers. Subtracting one pointer from another pointer. One pointer value can be subtracted from another pointer value. Okay, comparing pointers can be compared. So let's try to understand each and every one in a clear way using examples, using programming examples. So we have taken adding or subtracting an integer from a pointer. If you are given with a pointer, to that we can add an integer. So that point is important. Only integers can be added to the pointers or subtracted from the pointers. Okay, so now let's try to understand each and every line and visualize the concepts, and that is the memory. For this example, for better understanding, we have taken that memory also. Okay, let's try to visualize the things. Array of 10 will get created. So the array of 10, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 elements is there, and the addresses and integer. It is this array is of type integer, means the elements of this array are integer types, means two bytes will be occupied. See here, 2 bytes, 100 and 101. Two memory locations are occupied. These two memory locations are occupied by A of 0. The same thing is the memory. This same visualization as the memory. 101, 0 and 100 and 101 is allocated for, if the memory has been allocated from 100 and 101 will be allocated for the first integer. For the second integer, 102 and 103, 104 and 105. So similarly, 102 and 103 is for A of 1, and 104 and 105 for A of 2. A little bit clumsier here, and some mistake has happened, so please try to understand that. 102 and 103 is for A of 1, 104 and 105 for A of 2. Okay, so this is the memory visualization, and this is how we try to visualize the things. And for the first element, the base address is 100, second element 102. See here, A of 1, it is 102. Okay, A of 2, it is 104, A of 3, it is 106, 108, 110, next is 112, 114 and 116 and 118. See here, A of 9, it is 118 and 119, 118 and 119. Okay, so this is how the memory will be, and this is how the allocation is done. And next, a pointer has been declared. Pointer P has been declared. It has not been initialized. And next, another pointer Q has been declared, and another variable I has been declared. None of these has been declared, initialized. Now in the next line, P is equal to ampersand A of 2. So A of 2 means what is the address? 104. A of 2 means this one, right? This is A of 2. A of 2 means it is 104, and P is allocated the address of A of 2, not only A of 0. Any address of array can be allocated. Okay, so now A of 2 means it is 104. Now P is pointing to this location, Q is equal to P plus 3. This is where the pointer arithmetic is. So to the pointers we can add an integer or we can subtract an integer. We'll try to understand subtraction later. So to the P we are trying to add 3. What happens? This logic is very important to understand. If we add 3 means, are we going to move 3 memory locations up above? Means, see here, A of 2 means it is 104. So here we are, P is here, P plus 3 means 105, 106, 107. Are we going to 107? No. What happens is we will go to the, what happens is P of 3 means here P of P plus 1, P plus 3 means P plus 1, we go to 106, P plus 2 means we go to 108, P plus 3 means we go to 110. From here we will go to the next third element, means 110. So we will point to 5. So what is that pointer arithmetic means? The arithmetic is not like the integer arithmetic. So adding, for example, if we add 102 plus 3, what happens? It is 105. But using the pointer arithmetic, where we are going to go, where we will go is we will go to 110. So how that happens is, what that pointer arithmetic means is P plus 3 means it is P plus 3 into size of the integer. So here we are pointing integers. So what is the size of integer? 2 bytes. 3 plus, so it is 104, P is 104. What is the value of P? 104 plus 3 into 2, 6. It is equal to 110. So this is the pointer arithmetic. Arithmetic, adding an integer does not mean that just adding 3 digits. P plus 3 means it is not just 3 digits, it is 3 elements. So the third element away from this element, that is where the pointer will get pointed to. That is the pointer arithmetic. Okay, so where the P will get pointed to? P will get pointed to A of 5, in the sense 110 address. Address 110 means it is the starting address of A of 5. So now P is pointing to A of 5. So to access the elements of an array, we can access the elements by using the pointer also, and also the pointer arithmetic. Using this pointer arithmetics, we can access all the elements of an array. Okay, so and one more possibility is, not only pointer arithmetics, we can use in this way also. P of 3, directly we can use this subscript form and we can access those elements. Okay, now next one is Q is equal to, sorry, it is not P, Q is equal to, that will get assigned to, that will get assigned to Q. What we will do is, this is not P, here Q is equal to P of this one, P plus 1 means P value is 104, 104 plus 6 is equal to 110. So now 110 will get stored in Q. Now Q is pointing to A of 5. Next step is P is equal to P plus 6. These kind of operations are possible on pointers. The only objection is we have to add or subtract only integers, not floating point values or double values. Okay, so now here P is equal to P plus 6 means P is pointing to 104, means 104 plus 6 into 2 means 12. 104 plus 12, it is 116, 116. Now P will point to, so this pointer will move. This is not where the P is pointing to now. It is pointing to 116, means P of 8. Okay, now P is pointing to P of 8. Once some updations are done, means this pointer is no more pointing to the previous location. Now this pointer is pointing to, P is pointing to 116, means P of 8. Okay, so now next one is Q is equal to P minus 5. What is P? What is P? P is the same arithmetics will get applied. P is pointing to 116 minus 5 means 5 into 2. 5 into 2 means 10. It is it is going to be 106. Q is equal to, it is 106. Now Q is pointing to, the new Q value is pointing to 106. So this is how we can play with pointers. So the point here is why we are using those many examples is, this is how we are going to play with pointers. We can play with pointers, and in the data structures course you will try to understand the importance of these points, the importance of the pointers. That is why we are practicing more and more examples. Okay, the next one is P is equal to P minus 6. Where the P is pointing to, P is pointing to 116, P is equal to P minus 6 means 116 minus 12. It is 6 into 2, which is 12. Again, it will again point back to 104. See here, P minus 6 means again this P will get point to 104. Okay, so this is how we can add an integer or subtract an integer from the pointer. Okay, this point is very important to understand. Next one is subtracting one pointer from another pointer. We can subtract a pointer from another pointer. So how that happens and what is the result that we are going to obtain? Here we are having the same example. So the declarations are same, area of 10 and star P star Q I. Here P is equal to A of 5. So just make it fast. We'll make it fast. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Okay, P is equal to A of 5. P will get created and A of 5 means here it is pointing to Q is equal to A of 1. Q is equal to A of 1. Here it will get pointed, and this one is going to be 1 or 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This is 110. This is 110. Here I is equal to, I is an integer, I is equal to P minus Q. What is the value of P? 110 minus, the addresses can be subtracted from one another. Okay, and this value of Q is 102. P minus Q, it is going to be P minus Q. So what we are going to obtain is, it is how many number of elements are there in between, that we are going to obtain. So how many elements are there? It is 1, 2, 3, 4 elements are there. P minus Q means we are going to get the value of I is equal to 4. So what is the, if a pointer is subtracted from another pointer, we are going to get the number of elements in between. So the number of elements in between are 4 elements are there. And similarly Q minus P. So here we are going to get minus 4. So it does not make any sense, but we are going to get it as minus 4. Because Q is pointing to 102 and P is pointing to 110. Q minus P, 102 minus 110 means we are having 4 elements in between. That number of elements in between we are going to get from subtracting one pointer from another point. The next other operation that we can do is, it is comparing pointers. We can compare pointers. Pointers means addresses. So the addresses of the elements, the addresses of the array, or the addresses that are stored in the pointers can be compared. One value of the pointer can be compared with another value of another pointer values. So that comparison can be done here. A of 5, again A of 5 means, address of A of 5 means it is 110. P is stored with 110. Q is stored with A of 1. A of 1 means 102. Okay, so P less than or equal to Q. Is P less than or equal to Q? Means 110 the addresses can be compared. 110 less than or equal to 102. Is it true? No, it is not true. And the next one is, so it is going to generate a 0. The relational operators or comparison operators are going to generate either 0 or 1. Similarly, here also it is going to generate 0. So what you have to understand is these are the arithmetics that are possible on pointers. The next one is P greater than or equal to Q. 110 greater than or equal to 102. Is it true? Yes, it is going to produce an output of 1 because 110 is greater than 102. So these are the arithmetics that are possible on pointers. Hope you got the clarity on this concept. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and press bell icon for the latest updates. And if you have any doubts regarding this concept, please post your doubt in the comment section below. And if you feel that this video is helpful to you, please give us a like symbol and please share this video with your friends so that they will also get benefited. Thanks for watching.